Okay, family, una adu una kushe. Today, another day. I get a brother, a friend with me now. So today, when Honorable AKK of the All People's Congress, they can talk to me on this platform today. Please, una stay with me. Una share the life. One for wishing all a pleasant Sunday. If I the first time this way to join this platform, I want to say when I thank you when I join this platform and when I continue for share the life. When I continue for share the life. Welcome to this program. When I follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and also we work on and on with sister station when we add. So please when I follow me on social media and also follow Richard Bangua Davis, tell it to Richard, a platform also. Richard I do with us. So today, they get Thanksgiving, convent and the match today. So instead go match. So when I welcome to this program and I bring in my guest, a wonderful brother, a friend, Honorable AKK. Please, when I share the life, Thank you very much. Welcome, the brother, Honorable AKK. Always the smile, man.
Thank you very much, Shabba. Thank you.
How everything with you from where you don't come on na parliament, because I know say the too much yagbami day na parliament now the parliament again. So how everything with you?
It's a normal life after Parliament. This break will we get. It's a time to reflect what you've done as a member of Parliament and for know how you people accept you after 5 years. When you enter politics in the first place, elective politics, and they elect you, you're going into a totally new life. You're going to a life where you're expected to do the extraordinary. You have so much hanging around you. So you easily tempted to change life and conditions of living. You're forced to change social status. But I think one way keep me happy and keep me normal are the fact that I see the 5 years opportunity as an opportunity for serve me people, not an opportunity to change a lifestyle, not an opportunity to change friends. So I am normal. I came back home having the same people around me, living the same normal lifestyle. For me, the 5 year was service, and service to the people. It tell you the project the way I do, the representation what I do. If I up to date what I get now, every day I meet with new people. Oh, it's just commendation and thanks. Oh, thank you very much. You talk on so issue the other day. It borders around us. Oh, thank you very much. The employers, the employee federations, the labor unionists, the teachers. For me, after Parliament is just thanks upon thanks, thanks upon thanks. So it's a normal life after Parliament.
You just tell me the good things the way you particular do now Parliament represents you people them, but why Sierra them? Some Sierra them may they point fingers on the APC honorables them say they do nothing for people them. When I just pass on bills the way in favor of UNA, not in favor of the country or for the people. And also there is one particular report, that audit reports when we come out we will not bring come na parliament for making a debate on them. So what are the reasons why people they point fingers, especially the APC honorables that say when they do that, when they talk for the people there is so many things that will make the apple and the country when they bring the parliament, the killings them, the Pademba Road, the Tumbo, the Makeni, and also even Satalamin and rape. So certain things and key issues them where people and points out. Say when I'm the brilliant thing and kind of parliament. You have to explain to it more.
Um, I think one thing I would say when a line call when it comes to one parliament, PR in parliament, the expectations of people over parliament, and again for people to understand how parliament they work. With all due respect to everybody with all reason concern, I am sure if I was in the same position, I would have raised more hell than maybe even within the don't raise. It is true that we several go parliament, the view and the perception of parliament before we go there and when we go there, not two different things. And people still hold with it. I shall say most people don't go understand it in SO 42. We did this the final verdict of anything we did in the parliament, now the speaker gets them. And the same standing order give the speaker also power for be added in silence. That they argue the speaker. We they talk, every other person for sit down and everybody for listen to them. There is a business committee responsible for determining the kind of parliament on their agenda. And in all of that business committee, they only get one person doing the opposition leader. So imagine out of 7 or 8 people, now only one opposition leader you get, and the other person opposition leader will not be the two. See what Kande Umkela don't do, and see what Emerson Lamina don't do. You will begin to judge yourself, say, as a political party, the APC, we were playing with, we were between the devil and the deep blue sea. So when people talk about audit service reports, we call for the audit service reports over and over again. But as I tell you, anytime you call for the speaker will say, okay, approved, it will be debated. If you look at all the tender we move, debates them, I'll still up and shout for see if I ever get them debates, then they will move. Who they move, then debate, then they find out, say the speaker, they say, approve, we'll debate them. Then you get for Canada the other people follow you debate them. You have to move motions follow you debate them. And we've moved most motions for letting them be debated. But to no avail, the speaker not be even allocate days for them. So it's one thing to wanting the issues to be debated. It's another thing for them to be in order paper. It's another thing for your motion to be accepted by the speaker. So I don't think, again, this much talks about, when it comes to your own personal interest. For me, even the two people they call now personal interest when the Parliamentary Act. For me, with the exception of the other section, the reading of the Act, we talk about parliamentary leadership, we talk about the organogram of Parliament, we talk about other issues. The issue we have to do with conditions of service for members of Parliament. If Sierra Leone and they read them well, then we even commend this Parliament, say this Parliament is truthful to its conscience. Because I am not defending it, I hate them. I'm not like anything monitorize that bill because other parliamentary acts all over the world don't get nothing to do with money. But the issue we talk about money, even in that bill, is against members of parliament themselves who make the law whilst I was sleeping. Lawmaking is a very tricky thing, and it's difficult to explain. And the mood where the person do it, they make the law again is another one. But I want to say that bill we make say MPs and forget $50,000. We play talk say now because now in the interest. That's the baddest law in the NP.
Well, the night when I passed the bill, he was one of them. The parliamentarian passed that bill. He was one of them.
Well, if I what's interested with the bill was presented the first day we condemn him. I think it was condemnation from the entire opposition parliament. We were against the bill, and we come back the other day. They want to present him. We condemn him. So on the night, the eve. There was a break in Parliament. We did it say by then 6. There was a break, and for we already and not even did our other paper. That's the criminal part of it. They amend the other paper late at night when some of we don't left. Me they pass sleep. I grab my money and say they don't pass the bill. So reflect the views of the opposition MPs and all the people will be doing that doing our positions. Them not ever support that kind of bill because it is bad in its entirety. Most of the section 33, we talk about money, allocations and everything. But sadly, the other people will not need for shy away from some of the things that we did not now them provisions and they are things we actually they happen now, but they are scattered in different laws. So they are just being put together in just one law now. If Shabba want go parliament now, they able to say, okay, as a member of parliament, this is my role, these are my responsibility, these are the role of the leader of government business, these are the role of the whip. We not be ever get anything we enshrined in a law, which is all of them in day. So it's and if somebody say we have never talked about the Pademba Road killing again, I beg for differ to that day. We don't raise Andy again over and over again, and we don't call Minister of Internal Affairs. Me personally, don't raise more than 5 times not the well. But again, as I say, apart from reading at the well, we follow parliamentary sittings. Now, only waiting we help for come out with. When we talk to a journalist party them, the help we get some say when you debate, you get a shot, you pull them out, now the public, now in the public they follow. The public basically not they follow parliament religiously everyday sittings. So some people they say, oh, they're not talk about this. Maybe they tell you it follow parliament and all listen them. But I am sure all of the concerns about the day is where things will be so passionate to we and we raise them, but they will not be fortunate or will not be lucky for letting thing and they find themselves now the other people. That's just what I would say to them.
Honorable Ekiki, one of the main problem with these governments, especially presidents, BO, with the with salon people, I would say, now communication. You know, they communicate very well to salon people. They just dormant. You know, they talk to people. You know, they come out and explain things to people. As a president, for they talk to people. Maybe if not once a month, for they come out and talk to people. That's the way holiday come. Presidents will come for talk to the general public. You understand? Inside these 5 years, where you didn't have parliaments, you and your colleagues them, when I mean they go meet to people them, they go talk to them, go sensitize them out of the past and the well of parliament.
Well, we just passed Judgment Day. We just passed Judgment Day before the award symbols. And I want to tell you, well, I know I make this as a general statement, but I want to say most of them not back. We are not too bad, but they were most of them were the people we will not be able to go back for communicate with them, constituent them. For let you constituent and get the confidence in you, for bestow that confidence in you for a second time. You know, it means say you've always been in touch with them and you've always been informing them. As I say, one of the other things we do going forward in the sixth parliament now will improve the social media platform used by members of parliament. We will help them constituent them for them in touch with them in whatever they do. I am sure in the last parliament, most MPs not able to use the social media platform well, make them face most of the problems because virtually it is similarly difficult for you to move to the constituencies almost every day. Remember, so they sit parliament on and Tuesday, Thursdays, and in some cases now 3 days in a row. And those documents are being presented to you the same day that they're expecting for debate. That's where I'll be even say one of my campaign where I began doing this election symbol awards. When I talk to constituent them, I say, do not elect an MP for represent you where is not too intelligent because that issue of consultations is difficult to be done on every sitting. And sometimes in the day you get very, very much important bills that they come and you don't have the time to go back to the people immediately because, say example, sometimes in the day you go to parliament Tuesday, Thursday, then lay a document, Thursday give a debate and Wednesday, if you come up Kubola, for example, it's almost impossible for you to go back to your people and for go old meeting for noting their opinion. So one of the ways aliens and people pay attention to is have we left MPs them way we are not answering up to the tax, but MPs them way at least able not just read and write, able make sound judgment on their behalf.
So I don't say you don't collect your voters ID card. How you access this voters ID card? Where you go collect?
Well, first of all, in generality, I think I've been talk to the one of the administrators in an echo meet of Nine South DC. I tell and say it's a shame the ID cards they will get, they're not they up to standard. And the irony way is say, oh, they will present a voters list, we will be more clear. So for me, that was the joke of the century. You give me an ID card, you know, clear. You put some voters registration slip, you say it clear. What will I depend on this time around? If you get a clear ID and voters register, then you don't get a clear ID card. What did you take for verify? You know, it's a shame. It's a shame. I see they play Kelfala in one of the videos this now. I wish it would come to ask who was the contractor and who was eating our monies as Sierra Leoneans. Then say, see anti-corruption will be very, very, very much active in doing that investigation because
Yeah,
I
but
am sure that
as a political party, we don't know raise any concern about this.
we okay,
ID
okay,
card, and
okay.
it's a shame, but we almost around the corner of the election, and this can
we
still
we 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 we
take place.
I think what we don't do, we don't raise so much concerns with every player na the electoral cycle and the electoral process. Even when we get the ECOWAS observers, them one of the people we raise strongly at the issue of the ID cards. We don't get a series of meetings. I am sure you've seen series of publications and tweets around
Right.
the voters' ID card. As a political party, when you do a press release, not just for the reading of the public, but and that is why when Samuel Kamara was at NEC, one of the things we point out is the credibility of NEC. He also talk about the sincerity. We always emphasize say, the security of this nation, the peace of this nation, the the national cohesion we expect for this nation is in the hands of NEC. Any attempt we NEC use for downplay these elections or for do anything cynical for the progress and the peace of this country, I am sure as a political party, if the election is fair, free and fair, we'll accept it. But anything less than being free and fair will resist the election legally.
Well, Honorable AKK, for some reason, I think say I would disagree with one with you. Because if not there is concern, we foresee the actions then now. And now we foresee the actions then. Not the way election undone. I don't think it will have for one going to court. Or I don't think they at the camp. I don't think they will want to see actions them. Now we want to see actions. Things are really happening. Where we see on social media the trigger, I repeat, the trigger a desperate situation will go occur to the next August 10. Now, I just want to show you the picture quick. This now, these are the one they wait and see that they're in charge of this election. You see where they take picture. They're not going to take picture all aside inside the office. Now, outside presidents, be you in picture day, and they didn't take picture, they make the sign. I don't know. Maybe you can explain to family what's they mean by that. So I don't know if the investigation. I don't know if now I5 they make or now more 5 years they make. I don't know. But this is trigger, very, very trigger. And also this again back. You see, one, it gets 2, the other one, it gets 3, go to 5. And then back. Now for once, President Bio in picture that didn't snap, then take picture. I'll make a broad one. You see? Now look the all two. And this now the one them we say that they conduct free and fair election for Sierra Leoneans. Them two pictures they are showing so. It don't trigger a situation for make people in common treat for protest. Very triggering. Well, I can talk now, like I say, Shabba, you the insights. But it's not insights. You want to read the insights. And then the whole office. You want to read insights, when the insights situation, and then in our office. We not talk with the talk, me na activists, and I go for this concern. Then picture that a very triggering for me to see. One the way they conduct election. I don't know. You can't tell we Sierra Leoneans then, because you like an honorable of it, you represents APC. I don't know if I don't see them pictures there on social media. Waiting now on an action we don't take. Because we now for Yegi back see, we now for wait and see after the election they go if the election free and fair.
First of all, in order, bro.
Now we now for begin and take action. Go ahead. Also, with all us honorable AKK, we'll come back. We'll wait for me to come back. Family, we'll continue for share the life. We'll continue for share the life. If you are the first time this to join me, Mina Egertin, Shabba. So please, we'll continue for share the life. I don't come back with honorable. Yes, honorable AKK.
Thank you very much, Shabba. I think let me make this again a bit clearer. Whenever there is a concern to be raised by a political party, you raise the concern with the electoral management bodies, the EMBs. We include not just professionals, not just NEC, but the moral guarantors of peace. Shabba, not forget, we just come out of a bloody civil war. We consume so much lives in last year.
I know. I was there.
And therefore, we election is still rated, and we country is still rated among those countries in the world. The insecurity need for be constantly be monitored. So when it comes to elections, and one of the three they lead to most conflicts in situations in African elections. So our elections are closely monitored. Some of the concerns they raise, we not just give or come out, so no more do press release about them. But when you listen to Samuel Kama in nomination speech we make Nanek, you find out say most of the things have been captured. And one thing I say here is, when I talk about say if the election free and fair, not the depict say at the end of the process. No. Having a free and fair election not depicts the end of the process. If at this point we feel say enough free and fair, we're not wait for the polls to be counted and we'll go complain. No. Election are a whole process. At any point we feel say enough free and fair, it reach the threshold where we believe in as a party say enough is enough here. We put the halt there. As I say, we've seen these pictures, we watch them closely, and we watch the activities of the people. You have 5 regional commissioners now, and we watch them closely. And as you say, we all, if you go on my tweet page, you will see, and we all tweet about this, and we all did public education on this. Say the current neck reading now by the actions and the behaviors, couple up with these pictures where there is a whole reason for saying the neutrality has been questioned, and therefore the outcome of the results will reflect their minds when they express in this picture. But I want to say this again, Shabba, that I believe in the resolve of Sierra Leoneans, and I believe in the APC as a political institutions. We go do waiting correct and waiting apt for address the issues them as they unfold. Nobody in this world, no time, no place, can anybody rig this election in our hands. Anything away from the will, anything away from the will of the people,
like I said,
anything away from the will of the people, we will put on a stop to them.
Yeah, but like I said before, we want to see actions. The actions, not to for go.
But the action not necessarily means say The actions not necessarily means we have to go out in the streets now.
No, 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 no,
As
no.
I
I'm
say,
not saying that. I'm not saying that.
there is a threshold. There is a threshold. We, as a political party, you understand, we get we own threshold. We get we own pinpoints them we will ring through, we say, even before they vote, no, we not agree at this point. And because some of them things they not be confirmed and solidified it at the party, I will not let them out now, but I want to tell you the party is far planned ahead of most of the questions you ask now when it comes to elections.
So how prepared when I prepared for June 24 for bring Sierra Leoneans them out for votes for now?
I have seen elections where Sierra Leoneans are resolved. I have seen the resilience of Sierra Leoneans. I have seen where Sierra Leoneans say enough is enough. But I want to tell you, the June 24 election will be a classical example of how resolved the ordinary Sierra Leoneans are back home. As a political party, we have put in all the structures in place. We don't go through conventions. Their structures and they will be elected during their conventions, and they are not just for people to carry positions, but they are meant for people to show us leadership. We've elected our polling center executive members at the various polling centers. We be so vigilant. By the time we kickstart campaign around May 23rd at the official date, you will really know say we are structured and we are poised at winning the next election. We have nothing to stop us from getting out our people. But again, Shabba, I want to say the current trend back home here in Sierra Leone, in fact, the ordinary Sierra Leoneans are waiting for the election to happen even tomorrow because they want to communicate their anger. They want to communicate their frustration. They want to communicate the hardship where this government don't put in them. And the only way they will do it, not by protest again, because they've shown many times to Sierra Leoneans that we are against this government and this government cannot lead us to the right direction. So, and that is why when Samuel Kamara talk, he say, I am not going to have a new direction. I am not going to take you back to an old direction. I want to do the right direction because the Sierra Leonean wants for the first time for the right thing to be done. And the only right thing will be done have assured the Sierra Leoneans of their basic human rights, assure them of a good standard of living, assure the Sierra Leoneans of available food, and the food will be available and it will be at a cost recovery. We will make many Sierra Leoneans able to afford them. Assure the people say within the next 100 days, Dr. Samuel Kamara say we will reduce the fuel cost to a price where it will affect the market. We will reduce inflation rates within the first 100 days. I think this is what us as a party, this how ready we are to governance. Not forget, say, in 2007, the first 100 days, President Koma challenged Sierra Leoneans and say he will bring light to the capital city. And he said between the first 5 years, it will ensure, say, it distribute lights to district headquarter towns. Let's judge Samuel Kamara by this in the first 100 days. He said, go ensure, say, fear, calm down. Something with the current president say impossible for him to do. He say inflation will calm down because when they calculate inflation, they will tell you it's about 45%. But I find it very difficult for explain 45% to me granny na upline. We be buy one corporate at 4 leons. Now if they buy them at 400 leons at the time, now if they buy them 5,000 leons, you tell them saying that only 45% inflation. Where inflation by corporate so they buy don't double that kindly. So it's difficult to explain that one day. But Dr. Samuel Kamara has assured the Sierra Leoneans that in 100 days, it will stabilize the currency. In 100 days, it will reduce the fuel cost. In 100 days, it will ensure Freetown gets sustainable light again. I think that's the way forward, and that's why Sierra Leoneans are determined to come out in their numbers to vote. This election is not just about the APC winning. This election is about liberating the minds of the ordinary Sierra Leoneans, liberation for the ordinary Sierra Leoneans, seeking freedom again for the ordinary Sierra Leoneans. Shabba, I don't know what you would think about them, but I don't know how you would feel about this. But 9 o'clock in Freetown, every junction which is a main junction of Freetown, they under lock and key. You have to go through the police for explaining how you go, also you come out. Sierra Leoneans are not accustomed to this. The last time I see this kind, in human behavior where they treat Sierra Leoneans. Now after we just come on from January 6, then around 1999 to 1998 to 99. Now we get a one in the as I talk to you all over the city, you see Sojaman tent them now major streets in Freetown as if would expect a Boko Haram attack any other day. This is not the Sierra Leone way the Sierra Leone they used to. So June 24 is a time to liberate our nation. June 24 is a time for talk to leadership and power. And June 24 now the time for test the Sierra Leone and they resolve. See, they choose peace above 5,000, 10,000 with any politician they give them. They choose liberty, freedom, and economic stable nation above 20,000 million so they give them. So it's not just about how structured the political party is prepared, but I'm telling you how prepared the ordinary Sierra Leoneans are to gain their liberty and their freedom.
Okay, as I see this video on social media where I see you on truck where you sensitize your people and make a plan, no matter you tell you why you decide to do this rally.
SAPP wanna Gambia, not a problem. We don't get no single person in Mona Gambia where SAP don't make minister. I tell you now, you all call yourself ambassador not to Gambia Ibon. If not Gambia Ibon, you know they beat people and put in a cell. Now count and Amambolo, not to ya Ibon. You know Sabi situation. When me they want for bill hospital, in the bill party office. Now party office no want. Maybe the hospital, maybe the schools them, not a party office want. Now only APC will understand the problem. We shall say, come 2023, the people of Gambia go vote change. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And let's go, Maggie Natagron. When I go school now, forget that free talk. When left at 10 o'clock in the morning, you don't get that free talk 5 o'clock. Today, if I left at 10 o'clock, I they reach 12 o'clock na free talk. Now all the president come and do am. So let you know say SAPP no like you.
Honorable. So why you decide to do this rally on a campaign because we don't see campaign not start yet? You on mute, please.
Yes, this not to be a rally, this not to be a campaign as I've seen at the video that I not begin campaigning and campaign not started effectively. But after nomination, I think it was more necessary to address the people of Gambia for the very first time that Gambia. So not forgetting the constituency not being Gambia. Though I enjoy so much support from Gambia people, but my constituency not being Gambia. And therefore it was a good opportunity now that we're going to the PR for able communicate with the people of Gambia and for let them able understand some of the basic realities around the country. We go show them reason why they will connect themselves to this election coming. One of the things I want to talk about here and the fact say, also will be this one Gambia and the way traders and be the jam packed on a daily basis for good Conakry. The trade between Sierra Leone and Conakry not to just trade in item, it was trade in cash. Which I mean at the fact say if you buy you pull Sierra Leone million naira for good Conakry, we get 1 million euros, you will get like almost 2 million francs. So by the time you go buy by the time you pull 1 million naira for go buy item and you don't profit first from the currency exchange. Then you go buy item now that you can't sell them. So people they always trade on double profits. One at the currency advantage, and secondly, now the items where they can't sell. Now, yeah. But now as I talk to you, so Shabba, 1 million leons na Sierra Leone na 350 Guinea franc. Now the worst ever in the history of Sierra Leone. There has never been a time in history where the Guinean franc value past the Sierra Leonean money. Never. I don't born na Gambia for over 40 years now. I have never seen a situation where Leon self equates himself with the Guinean franc. Now, every time we do itself, now the Leons always tap the Guinean franc, either in a double fold or at 1.5 advantage. But for the first time now, we Leon don't go down. So I will communicate to the people and for people to understand, say, this is not a natural coincidence, this is not a religious factor. Say, na so Papa God wants to. This is now because of poor leadership, poor economic policies, poor leadership way the current government they show. And the difficulty of that one day, again, even when the currency bad for people, they don't add more tax on the business people. So if they pull million naira, we pull now 30 million euros that's alone. Imagine within that they will give now just about 8 or 9 million leons. So the leons don't so devalue to the point that we people are not go again for do business. So now what's they happen to we it don't increase the smuggling will be happening from Sierra Leone to Guinea because now people are going to pull items in Sierra Leone. First and money people they go with. Now you the first they for let not suffer for let you still able to get the gain. You buy rest na salon, then you go sell in Guinea. Then you call the Guinean franc and salary, you can't change them and you make profit. This is killing our economy in other parts of the country. Another thing, I also made the Gambia people understand, see, an attempt to vote in President Bio for a second term. Now, a time bomb. Yes, we now want this state don't suffer out of the killings the way the extrajudicial killings that would happen in Sierra Leone. As recently, when President Bio came to power, the first killing take place in Magboka, who side and kill somebody who be wearing Manchester polo, where they be perceived say because now red, they be facing an APC polo, then shoot them from the back. Just after SFP win, after they announced the election results, this was just 2 days. We want to demand fire a civilian young man will be die. Apart from that one day, you don't get spate of killings them across the country. In Gambia, we don't get 2 killings them. When are extrajudicial killings, we don't get no trial for, and nobody has come out openly to explain to the people of Gambia. They don't call him back killing of the 14-year-old boy Amit na Masuntum village. He was killed on the day of elections. 14 years, he was not voting. He worked up peacefully. Then kill him. No inquest has been done to that. Nobody has ever answered to this. He also gets the old man who then killed very close to the Guinean ambassador, the Sierra Leone ambassador to Guinea in Os, Almami Kamara, Almami H. Bangura, sorry. He was killed there. Nobody, absolutely no ever come. Almami, the Sojaman run. They not tell you if they don't catch him, they not catch him. With nine status, society, if the trial is going on, nobody has answered any question. So I am making the Gambian people to understand that if today they not kill people like Gambia, like I don't kill na Losal, like I don't kill na Tumbo, like I don't kill na Makeni, not to reason for letting Gambians and say, oh, you don't affect you to them. And that mass killing day, if you vote for President Bio for a second term, it go torture. Because you know, meet with they not give you confidence, say, oh, we are not affected. So I was letting the people understand why they should not vote for President Bio. And not only take the economic buoyancy what we get as a country, you understand, but President Bio also ensure say make we human rights record, we will liberty as Sierra Leoneans. It take up from where? You know, good is say then there's the kill again. And because the kill again, it was a way that he accepts responsibility, say all the killings that will be the happen, all the extrajudicial killing will be the happen. Now him be the instructs them. Because we have never seen anybody where they don't call to book for any of the killing that will happen. So if the president is coming out to say we know they kill again, meaning then people will be kill them, but they go scot-free because they have the instructions of the president.
Well, we go cancel that video there. But one other main important issue again about this PI system where the APC party will not vote against this PI system. I don't want this PI system at all. But now what they say some of the members them that the benefits from this PI system where some are not even popular, then they will give them symbol. And if for popular before they give symbol.
Thank you very much. I am not part of the Symbol Award Committee, but I will proudly speak on this matter based on the knowledge I get from the ITGC and the background I get in managing the APC party. The PI, we go against them, and I get all my reasons they like today for still continue to say the PR is not good for a country like Sierra Leone, which is peaceful, stable, and we not get any reason when a security threat. We will make people not go about the normal campaigns. But as it is now, if you introduce the PR system, it means the party will be sensitive to minor factors them where they around the country in their world of symbol. Let me give you an example.
Yeah,
Say, for example, you're going to Bombali, you go Bombali for key symbols at Bombali. In Bombali alone, you have tameness. In Bombali, you have locos. In Bombali, you get tameness and limbas them. In Bombali, you get huge amounts of fullers. And in Bombali district, if you get all of them tribes here, and they all constitute voting population, if you are going to award symbol, one of the things where any sober political party go do, now for ensure say all the shades of opinion we form tribes for Didi. Yes, Shabba will be popular na a local area, but if you're not so local, you understand? We people that they vote on minor reasons. Say, oh well, I mean, let's imagine I can take a vote on me. You got vote on Nilo. So those are some of the factors. Again, some people are extremely popular, but when you look at them ability for delivering the well of parliament, they're not up to the task. We are 68, but I'm not going to say this for humiliate anybody. If they ask Shabba now for name 5 to 10 MPs, you find it very difficult for name then 10 MPs, and they accept you look in a book. Because the essence of going to parliament to represent their people and the nation, first of all, when you're being voted from a constituency, when you go to parliament, you're representing Sierra Leone. So imagine this current parliament, so out of 142 MPs, including Parliament Chief, the MPs are way popular across the board, either APC, SRPP, I'll tell you, they're not up to 20. We even had other members of parliament, we said some are members of parliament, them, and they take you time for the member. If you don't go parliament, if you know, they know. So I think what in political party also take into consideration, they also consider that factor of quality representation. So it's not just popularity, which is the underlying word for a political party for we will win, but because it's not a constituency base, you also have to look at minor factors. You know, so like we, for example, in Cambia, there is no way you can present 6 candidates inside the first 3, you not get Limba and so. So in the first 3, you get Limba, you get Timni, you get so. In the next 3, you get Limba, you get Timni, you get so. Because these are the 3 dominant tribes in Cambia district. So that's what you do when you're presenting a strong case. So again, I want to let you know this: the people who sit on at the symbol award committees are not just ordinary APCNs. These are people, including the leadership of the party. We're so structured, we're so organized. Some people are popular in social media, but they are not known even in the. I get somebody who contests elections. We who's at the decide now. It's me and they very close. I don't even know saying I didn't, but this man they post a popular, and I've been here for like 2 years, 1 year to 2 years now. If me at the A, I don't even know see the man at the A and like candidates. How popular is a person? Women they live just 3 or 4 houses away. So it shows it's not just social media popularity, but how influential the person is. Some people could be popular in football, could be popular in other things they do, but that is not reflective when it comes to voting. So we're talking about reflective political popularity. Some people can get the team where will amass vote for the party. Necessarily the candidate himself might not be popular 100%, but if you get the team around them, we will amass the votes. We get what it takes. There are certain people that are key makers in their constituencies, right, and in the areas where they come out. And if they come out and say this person is worth insult, the people they believe in them. So there are many factors in awarding the symbol. But one thing I want to say, when a sign of solace to all you under we contest for symbol, we get, we not get. The APC is a structured political party. There are people who contested for MPship before now. We're not this symbol now. If you tell them say you want to be MP back, it says you know once again, because they are more comfortable with what they have now than when they wanted to be MPs. So I am sure the party is structured enough we will address all the opinions a day and on time. So let's don't give up. Let's believe in the party. And if you are popular, you must translate your popularity to vote. And parliament, well, for we who don't know, say it's not the best place to be as a politician, and just a learning opportunity you get for excel yourself and for look at the bigger picture already before you. We wish them better luck. And I am sure of one thing, that all the one we come up with is a symbol, not to the symbol they want, like the party they elect and the party they go serve. And that's why I want to say, I don't believe say anybody they go for APC symbol will not will ever defect to any political party. Because all we seek for an opportunity for serve the political party and we people them, not to an opportunity for kill the political party at the areas of we strength and in the areas of we comfort.
So you go back to parliament?
Yes, I go back to parliament. I want to serve my people, and I think we need for some of we be fortunate for able broke some of the records them. So this guy is a good debater, is a frequent debater, because we'll be fortunate for meet senior MPs, them frequent debaters, them who meet women or we the likes of the current running mates of the APC, the likes of Ajibola Mali Spain, the likes of Asani Sisi and the other ones them who were well mentored. If you get a total overturn of the parliament without having frequent and regular debaters like Abdul Kambo for implemented and they come, the next parliament will be a disaster for we. And don't forget, say I am sure we won almost 80 to 95% of all the debates. Meaning it means SFP will coop in this parliament for come with better minds. And their own better minds they cannot contest elections. One of the principal reasons why they come with the PR system. So I am sure with this, we are going to be more determined this time around. And I am sure the team of MPs with the party pick will be the best way to serve the party. I know we all political parties struggle with the 30% because again, most of the quality women them no be too commot this time, Boko. But we make do to get as a political party, and I am sure the young people who get to come out and the women that will show up to represent the party are the best at the material time.
So this people get more women they will award symbols to them.
As per law, Nadandi give for do out of every 3, 1 for be woman.
Okay. Make us just play this video and Marco will catch up about this video quick.
We will not vote for the one that will say they pull the airport na Lunge. We will not vote for lie. We will not vote for waiting when I don't see and waiting when I vote for when I young picking. When I get a vice president, I not vote for him. I've been saying I blow mine. Now here no more. Over 50 factories then they get for dinner. 50 factories. 50 factories. We've been telling that this all the campaign for the by-election. When I still say when I know they vote for we. When they vote for lie. Now,
I don't want to watch this video say though. Watch this video repeatedly. You know, first of all, I make it clear I am not a fan of the possible way they say that we 90 before. I make it clear because of 1 or 2 reasons. President Beauty talk say make people not vote for him. Make them not vote for possibly when they lie. Okay, well, I like that honorable because make everybody see the clear picture now. Oh, that's the lie. If he Dr. Samura the lie, that's fine. If he President Bio the lie, that's fine. But before you come in, me would just want to talk to President Bio because President Bio say make the not vote for post with the lie. But for what President Bio tell me about this Lunge Bridge, say they would build a Lunge Bridge. We're not hearing anything about the Lunge Bridge again. I just saw a newspaper 2 days ago where they say next month they start the Lungi Bridge. President Biyo tell in a manifesto about the bread and butter. We will not sit up tonight. And if you, the president, don't tell we say you go do this. We not do inside 5 years. We don't sound like you lie. We got so many things that with me personally, I will point out. I will play videos there. I will show pictures there. I will show newspapers there. With this government don't tell we say they will do this thing now. We do not do them. But before me can talk to Honorable Abdul Kabo, what do you take? Well, Honorable AKK. You know, so also my best friend name. You and Abdul Kabo. Honorable AKK. What do you take on this?
Well, I think me now I like for take president very seriously. Not because of his personality, but because of the office we occupy. And if the president is advising Sierra Leoneans not to vote for us with the lie, I think it's more fitting that Sierra Leoneans then listen to the president. You know, presidency that's where God ordained. And then when they talk true and talk what's necessary, we get for listen to them. For me, President Biyo has said it all, and now upon that in benchmark day, I could use for campaign. Now upon that in benchmark day, I would continue for talk to people. I don't know if the president is not well briefed on some of the things it is for campaign. These days, when the president they go, you know, one thing we sound so insulting for me, Shabba, and the fact that at a time like this, when we supposed to go out or we report kind of what we don't do as politicians. At a time like this, when the economy is so difficult, at a time like this, when people buy one cup rice 5,000, at a time like this, when the fuel is 21,000, at a time like this, when they get people that die in hospitals, we feel no day. At a time like this, where teachers that they go for better condition of living. At a time like this, where what's not in our schools and pass picking they use them, book them for clean them their waste, they them come on our toilets. At a time like this, where the education system with the president they boast of, you know, they sending picking day. At a time like this, where health sector they deteriorate every day. At a time like this, where cost recovery drugs and all day, we see the president and with busy they go and dance doing campaign. For me, this is insulting.
Well,
that
was the right word that we used. Very insulting.
This is insulting.
They tell people and say,
you know,
it will be 50 factories. 50. I'm going to play the video again. This is very insulting. 50 factories.
We are not
for me,
the one that say they pull the airport na Lunge. We are not vote for lie. We not vote for waiting we don't see and waiting we not vote for young Peking. We not get a vice president or not to vote for him. I've been saying I blow mine. Now yeah no more. Over 50 factories then they get for dinner.
It's very insulting. Very insulting.
You know what's interesting.
Over 50 factories then for dinner.
Okay. What's interesting when you said not take notes of in that video day, Shabba. The president was addressing the people of Mamama and Mabuto, so in a mile 38. Outside the new airport with APC 1 bill for Timap. And ironically, I deprived the people of the airport. Wait for the Mamama. Then it's not that the same Mamama they say, "Una no vote for that people where they lie, them want pull the airports naya." So I also find it very difficult to understand if the president be thinks in a lunge a day, or if the president be no say na Mama it's map.
But also
because
also,
again
we cannot cause you right. This statements where the president make that incitement. That can tell you for free. That's an incitement for the president for Petroko and they tell people and say we're going to bring 50 factories there. That's an incitement. Straight. That's an incitement. Because you're not even talking a free tongue. Now, protocol. I don't know if I protocol. Go tell people and say then for bring 50 factories then. Oh, no say that not possible. President Kogoma say for work knock out 50 factories. Tijaka Kabasa knock out 50 factories. So one for no who's the 50 factories for come out to be president be a win. That's an incitement. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
You know, as I been say, this is what I expect President Bill for. Where he talk about let no vote for people you like. That's a good advice from the president. So the question I have to ask Alliance now is the free education wey President Bill say they give books, they give uniform, they feed the pikin at the schools, they give them books, they give them bag, they give them shoes. If the command they get them, the reason President Bill be talk not true, let's say Alliance vote for him. But if they get the items and they get the uniform, then they get the books and they cook for the beginning of school, well, me know the tell president say they lie. But if not to true if we talk, then let's say and then vote for Samoa Kama. When the president the talk say it the build bread factory, now Wellington, he go he launch them and say within 1 year they build the bread factory. If the bread factory they produce the bread, meaning the president be talk not true. But if the bread factory no dey and the people are not see the production of the bread, meaning the President Bill be talk not to true, meaning they say it lie. But if not to true, President Bill don't tell you still enough vote supposed to be the lie. Again, when President Bill say the command because of the free education don't come now, the command they save up to $500 a year. Now we check $500 a year, which means every command as alone because of the free education, they save like a 10 million loans. As a result of the free education. If waiting President Bill be talk, now true, let the people vote for him. But if the command and no say, then they will save even a dime because of free education, let them vote him out. If when President Bill come, now power, he say, it build schools, now every chiefdom, headquarters again secondary schools. It build junior secondary school now every section. It give free education to all the teachers them for go on training. If that one day President Bill be talk, not true, let the people vote for him. But if not President be talk, not to true, I think the Sierra Leone and get June 24 for try that one day. When President Bill can have power, he say he go reduce overseas traveling to a minimum way the country no go save, will not go waste money. When President Bill can have power, he say the dollar be too expensive, he reduce them. When President Bill can have power with the campaign, he said the rest, when they buy 200,000 a bag, he expensive. When President Bill can have power, he say he go ensure say he reduce the tariff on electricity and he negotiate with the car power ship for let them reduce the tariff. If all of them here, they reflect even the lives of the ordinary Sierra Leoneans and they make meaning to the Sierra Leoneans. If not to lie, President Bill be say to the answer, they talk to you, light don't go off now, Missoula. With them on. So if President Biobi said they give constant electricity, he talk in a parliament, he said the light they now boku, now half for Shabba na the problem. If blackout they can now, so many with President Biobi talk not to chill. I think the people of Sierra Leone will judge President Biobi by his own standards. The best way to treat a politician now for judge him by his standards. What did he say before he elect him?
President Biobi said that the war is not Russia nine. Make certain things and the way we maybe the Russia war make fear longer up, dollar longer up, the cost of living in the country, all it's long rocket sky. So I don't know. What's in Russia? How we connect with Russia war?
Look, I agree. Say we are living in a global village. The world is now so interconnected,
right?
That when there is a major world disaster, be it COVID, be it Ebola, it affects one country to the other. Let's agree for argument's sake. But are you saying Guinea, Liberia, then they live on other planets? Are they not connected to the global situation na Ukraine and Russia? If yes, why are the Guineans buying fuel at 8,000 francs? then Sierra Leone is buying at 21,000 leones. If yes, why is the Guinean franc stable with the dollar? And Sierra Leone and the leone, they go, the Guinean franc is about $750 to $100. Why is the Sierra Leone leone today is about 2,400,000 leones at black market? An official price to about 2,350,000 leones for $1. So if all of this is happening to Sierra Leone, how do you tell the Sierra Leoneans about global? How do you tell the Sierra Leoneans about the Ukraine war? One of the issues we don't do recently now ask the question of how many items would they buy? Now Ukraine would buy flour for make bread, where a normal tapalapa will be buy 2,000 leones to 3,000 leones is now about 12,000 and 16,000 leones. So the ordinary Sierra Leonean will depend for each bread. That way it's map na shell, where they na upgone, where they took all day and expected for buy bread at 2,000 leones. Now get for buy bread at 10 to 16,000 leones. The smallest bread will be buy on 1,000 leones is now 5,000 leones. How do you explain that to the ordinary Sierra Leonean? We know they buy flour from Ukraine. But the good thing about it is when there is a global crisis, countries all over the world, they domesticate the crisis for fitting to the problems of their own people. And how you do them? You look into your tax regime and tax policies. But in Sierra Leone, the more that they complain that there are problems in the international world, there are problems in Ukraine and Russia. Now, the more these governments they add on taxation. Just 2 weeks before, just within the last 2 weeks before we locked Parliament, so there was a Finance Act again. We add taxation on tickets for fly from Sierra Leone and for fly Kansas Salon. We add on taxations on even mobile money. We are going now send money to me auntie na Kubola na Bamwe Bana. This government also add tax on them. And there is no part in the world where a government where they survive, when a surviving government, where the economic policy is weak, we not get better. We not export better. They add taxation on the people and the lives of the people, they better off. Taxation in Africa don't prove for me one of the effective way they run a state, but over taxation of the people, we export, they export, they lead to a dying economy. And also our economy, they so currently, I want to say boastfully that with this current regime, we cannot achieve anything more than what we get now. So the only option we left with the Sierra Leoneans, again, I have said this and I want to be on record to Sierra Leoneans to say,
go ahead.
When we come out from the war, the best president to be get at the time now President Shabba, because he has been in UN and he has worked around mediations and he has worked around peace issues all over the world. So when he came as president, it was timely for the situation at hand. When you come out, because we need to forget a serious investment climate, God will also give you a president. The people of Sierra Leone will choose a president when a business-minded president, and we see how many companies in come and how buoyant we economy be there. We can't get a president where the only three professional in as a soldier and for kill people. So killing people are part of your own excitement. And that is why it was so quiet when people were being massacred. So for us, we were not surprised, because if you get an economist for being president, it will concentrate in your own strength for building the economy. But all President Bion knows that have a slaughter people. So it enjoy them. It get fun out of them. And that is why he keep quiet when they slaughter people. Now, that is why he keep quiet when they kill people in the McKinney. The only footage is will come off the president, that's when they also with the right bike. So you understand the situation we find ourselves in Sierra Leone in the last 5 years. So we tell and thinking out that he will come out open and own up to the fact, say, Naomi the instructor all then killing them. And now that he don't tell you say they kill posse again, we trust them by words. Say we hope say all them killings and they will stop and we will get normalcy as a country. And as I say, they'll open up the political space We hope the police now will begin stop we again, where we want to get to meetings them and every other thing. But it's a challenge in 5 years under President Bio. And as I say now, when you look at the current stand of Sierra Leone, you find out say, what do we need now? We need an economist. What do you need now? You need somebody around the finances ministry. Somebody we don't get a wealth of experience, international wealth of experience around the finance world. And that is one stop when it comes to Samuel Kamara. He's been in the international community around financial issues, and he has worked in Sierra Leone. He get a wealth of experience working around the economic situations in Sierra Leone. I am sure there is no better person, there is nobody better fit for address the issue of economic challenges where Sierra Leone is going through now than Samuel Kamara. This by the president, I always say, you don't need for brief on the economy. You don't need for brief when it comes to foreign reserves. You don't need for brief when it comes to the pricing formula of the foreign currency. This is somebody who understands waiting the diaspora really send back home the militants they come. How then they grow the economy? How for deal with foreign direct investments? This time somebody will understand how for negotiate contracts because he has been in that. Not to somebody who go negotiate contracts and wait for kickback. Not to somebody who give a can brief. Until we have a president who does not depend on to be briefed on everything with little or no wisdom or speciality in anything past killing.
I agree with the president. They accuse the All People's Congress and also other members of the SFPP say APC which not good as of course Mamikos.
Well, I don't understand where anybody will make that kind of allegation there against the party.
Well,
I don't want to hear you say with chairman.
Before you come in, because not to just only the APC, even we self-naya, they accuse the APC, say APC they cause Mamikos. But I want to talk directly. I have this opportunity today, make a talk directly to the president and the first lady, because there are so many allegations them on social media with the direct finger on the All People's Congress, say APC and Cosmamicos. But the people away where the support Suna, the SLPP supporters them, they self also the kind of inbox them. They cost woman mama repeatedly. President Bio, your supporters them. They kind of cost me all the time. They cost you, mama. And who are they for blame? I they blame the presidents. I they blame the first lady. Why are they blame the first lady? Where are they do my program? Where the first lady come and tell we say, then we'll do mob justice. Let's play this video quick. Then make her address the president and the first lady, because
tell the one the way they sabotage what they do say. If we catch you now, would they begin the mob justice now? Would they beat you na public? Will make all man know say na una.
And then on the program, they send message to me. Say if you can Sierra Leone, we will cut you by parts, and then copy from the first lady. From where the first lady make this statement on social media, on camera, see them go barbecue, people papa them parts. Immediately, now Mr. begin getting tickets there on social media. Say if me go Sierra Leone, country we are born and raised, country we are serve. Me serve Sierra Leone because I was working on the radio for years. I serve me country. I work for governments. Now they threaten me because the first lady don't empower them. Don't tell them, say, look, una listen to me. What I tell una for do, now una for do. That's not done. Then they come back to way back. Now social media. Then they cause mama them repeatedly. For any to talk now, and I'm right, me an activist. I not belong to no political party. Me I'm an activist or come after these governments because I say yes, things the way the government they do, it's not right. If we get a president where in presidential guards they're gonna prisons, they're gonna kill harmless prisoners then. The journalists in the country, they're not the voice for talk. I'm a right for talk because me now once a radio broadcaster. And also I'm an activist, registered activist in the United States. I'm a right for talk. I don't say the cost where the cost will. We say not have return the cost them. But let's say the cost by me cost. Seriously on social media. The presidents and the first lady, they empower the people for come after we on social media. For cost we. For threat we. And they threat we all the time. For go Sierra Leone. If you can't Sierra Leone, we go beat you. We go cut you part. Country we are born and raised. And they threat me so. Because I say things the way we are for Yegi. Now, but if the government change, I come after the APC, when I want for me Yegi, me no, it's not for possible because I don't threat to me. See, if me can have a country, when I will cut me because of when I want for Yegi, the things them we are the advice to now. Some of them are so dumb. Go ahead, AKK.
One thing I want to say, and you get a better knowledge in this, and this is where every government in Sierra Leone need to open up the media space. I remember growing up in Sierra Leone after the NPRC. One of the culture we some of we grew up with and understand as Sierra Leoneans. The Sierra Leoneans are so bold when they're looking out for a platform to express their anger. You remember when we one famous program on SLBC, How They Go.
Yes.
That they must see Egertin Johnson at the time. When it is 9 o'clock and 7 to 9 o'clock every Saturday, Sierra Leoneans are glued to that radio station. All my way Egertin that they must see and Egertin Johnson, they say. It is our culture as Sierra Leoneans that we get a point where we only go and complain with grievances. There must be a mouthpiece for the Sierra Leoneans. It is part of our culture. When the How They Go program end, there was this program of DJ bass, UN radio. It become like the utter Sierra Leonean when they talk on issues of people that they deprive. It is our culture as Sierra Leoneans. See when something happen, wait, I they go tell DJ bass. Are they go now How They Go for you? You understand? Because that's one way where the old people within authority to account. I remember that in the 90s and nobody not doing that it massive. We were and then must say calling them negatively when it comes to what they do now in corner. When you pass DJ base, you will get the issue of this brother Nakono Tambayo, we monologue program. Every Saturday in the monologue. You know, even when President Koma at the time go monologue, they interview and they because now be the widest listening program when it comes to the radio. When government change, the likes of DJ Base will be the major radio stations them. We have forced them radio stations and they forget them out of them big radio stations in the you suppress the media. You ensure say the ordinary Sierra Leonean willing and salary work for government. We no one talk because in job go there astray. And not get at stake, and not get post again for trust for talk to. This is how they create platform for people within our social media forget relevance. Because when you tight the local media, we perhaps you will listen to and get direct contact with the affected people. Then, where you close freedom of speech, where you close, you threaten people for their life. You do like for kill their evangelist Samson said, where they give out information on what's in the app on where government is doing not correct. You they empower Sierra Leoneans where they out, where you know able to reach them, where you know able to hold them, where you know able to do anything to them, for speak on behalf of the people. And when the Sierra Leoneans then get that platform, the Sierra Leoneans they will be they complain to DJ Base, where they complain to Macaulay, where they complain to other people You dey find out say them people and they talk about issues wey dey affect them. They look out for somebody. You remember when Afasadi we do the same program?
Yes.
I be there with an our radio station say, waiting if they complain. Now waiting the them they tell and I be they talk. Until we come now find out waiting be they talk not to true. I'm just find it very funny. But it's a culture in the Sierra Leoneans. They must get that one person. They must get that one program when they come out for complaint and grievances too. But if you close the media landscape, you muscle people them. You bribe some people them for keep quiet. You threaten some people them. I remember the journalist Tijan, where we talk about the 1.something million with the then chief minister. He was arrested, detained at CID, and then scatter in place for ensure say every evidence will be available to Ijeka. You they make the Sierra Leonean keep quiet. And when the Sierra Leoneans keep quiet naturally, what's in the happen now, then they end up forgetting. They look out for solace. That is how most of our brothers, we now don't show up on the social media, don't get this much prominence and relevance. I am sure if the media landscape be open, Shabba for like for Kana Salon now, he open your small radio station or in television station, it be serviceable to the Sierra Leoneans. But imagine you've been threatening for doing what you can do as part of your little ways for contribute to national development. But this is what we get. Shabba, not to you no more. Members of parliament don't fall under many attacks. I always say the likes of Mohamed Bango do attack and I host. The like of Paul Samba Conte do attack and I host. They don't attack me. Somebody talks to them, damage me host the other day for kind side for army. It is not unconnected to the fact say we are speaking the minds of the people. So none of us is safe for any good reason. So that is how people, and again, one of the things Sierra Leoneans understand better is part of we culture. I remember I'll be small, where somebody bully you past mark, where you run for common area, you go and cause.
Yes.
So the culture of course is something we entrench in we society as far as expressing anger over somebody of a senior personality than you. It was bad, then they beat you for him, but it was a better way for express. When you meet me in a corner, I'm not doing that, my man not doing, papa not doing, give me corner mate. When are they run? I go express me dissatisfaction. Say, did I substitute you? The way they're gonna complain to my mind, they say again, and they tell him about it. He said you became substitute me. You know, all of them things and these are natural cause of the ordinary Sierra Leoneans, and these are where Sierra Leoneans and they express their own anger and frustration in the system. Imagine somebody they grab na money now, if the buyers fall you see, I don't even confused with the money now. I don't know which one are the old one, which one are the new one. You know, now if they buy 400 leons in the old money, now they buy 5,000 leons in the old money. You know, it's frustrating. Now what if they take for buy 10 corporates and they give 1 corporate now in a salon? You know, what did they take for buy 5 liters fuel? You know, 4 liters fuel now they take for buy 1 liter fuel. It's not for people to understand.
A quick one. This new money make any difference with the old one?
You know, that are one of the areas that some of we personally don't ever forgive the former Speaker of Parliament. Whenever they talk about this new money, one of the one is we call for the Minister of Finance and the Bank Governor of Okana Parliament for explain to we what's not the relevance of getting this money. At the time when they bring this money, any president, and this is where I talk about you need a president we get required knowledge in the economy. Yeah. Imagine the world on the shock of COVID. The world was like shut down for a period of time. As the world they try to recover and regain economic futures them again. You, when a country depend on donors, the iron ore, the bauxite where they export, knowledge to in climate, then you say all of a sudden if you can change a currency. Believe you me, a sober-minded Samuel Akama will not know. You know, they even go before I for explain that kind of policy in the Torah. He go looking at the first and say, if na bin cheres you eat, that bin cheres they not look fit you. Go back and think. I wish to have a president like I began in President Komada, where you go before and for even explain a policy. When I governmental policy, you go sit up straight and know exactly what you talk. I have been fortunate for interface with Samuel Akama on many occasions. And Shabba, I answer you, not to one of them moments the way you will be happy at all for go explain something before Samuel Akama. Before they ask, before they explain, reach 2-3 sentences, it will ask like a 5-6 sentence questions where they make a get waiting now the sense out of what you they say. But imagine this is because of in background we get. This is because of the academic exposure we get. This is because of the experience we get both locally and internationally. So I still believe, and I call out for Sierra Leone and say, the right direction is the only direction now where Sierra Leoneans need. Forget an economic buoyant state, forget a prosperous nation, forget a nation where what will they produce, we will address we issues them. The money we don't spend in agriculture in the last 5 years is more than waiting most countries in Asia use for revamp their agricultural productivity. But what is the result? Then give man the money for go do farming and tomabo. Then can at come back then buy big motor garden. No harvest. 5 good years with the hook na tomabo. We're not even able to harvest 5 bag rice. You cannot do that to Samuel Akama because he's financially disciplined. He get what he take for lead this nation. I know Sierra Leoneans make mistake in 2018. I know there was an expectation of the SLPP, but believe you me, if we repeat that mistake as a nation in 2023, we will go beyond for another 10 years. Imagine, at the court, the direct words of JJ Safar, he said at the time where he be Minister of Finance, where the question in the parliament regularly, he said even if you get 5 more Minister of Finance after the economy no go still fix. But as Sean say, when we talk about the 5 finance ministers after him, if we talk about finance ministers, we tell them. And when the president will be president, we go supervise and finance minister, then they now president like President Bio. You cannot try that nonsense with Samuel Akama because you understand what you they report. It's just like I can't tell Shabba now how for run SLBC. I have to be careful because your knowledge base in that area they is so huge. So I am saying, Sierra Leoneans, the only way out, the better alternative, the better option for we now for vote Samuel Akama from June 2023.
As we round up now, make us play this video quick, make we take 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes to analyze them.
Before try to make a be president, you don't go believe. Mafoki and Marampa today now nearly $40 billion we don't give them cash.
To me, I think say maybe I lost slip of tongue because I don't believe say President Biyo will say $40 million cash you don't get to Marampa. Hey, Kiki, what's your laugh?
You know, when we got the laugh, I know the pressure the paramount chief now, Mafoki, they go through now. I know the pressure we the pressure we the paramount chief.
So that you need that money. This small thing.
So now all the parts of the 40 billion. I will tell you something. You know, when I've been talking, I still listen. A president now somebody will be very organized. A president now somebody will be very organized.
Maybe immediate pressure or what, something like that.
You know, even campaign messages for a sitting president, you have to tailor what you say. Yeah, I have been fortunate to see presidents going their second term. Way Pakababi they go second term, they say, "Una judge me by the peace where I don't bring myself alone. If the peace where I bring, the sacrifice where I make, it worth them, una vote for me back." When President Koma they go second term in office, he say, "I don't do roads, I don't bring lights, I don't bring free health care. If what I don't do enough for una vote me back." But I think the only thing President Bill don't do now dance. I think the only thing find by campaign where they dance. And as I said this now, you don't know why he's dancing. Because for me, we now typical African, dance gets different communications. You dance when you're happy, you dance when you don't achieve something, you dance for express joy of welcoming visitors, you know, and above all, you dance as a sign of happiness. But if you take the latter, we're dancing a form of happiness. I don't think say President Bill for be happy with the current trend of the economy. I don't think say President Bill for be happy with the current trend of human rights record. I don't think say President Bill for be happy with the current trend of hardship we don't hit the people them. The currency exchange rates, the double the two Sierra Leone and Leone where they rule with for almost 1 year now. You know, and
come again, two Sierra Leoneans them.
Two Sierra Leonean money where they rule with. People will find it very difficult for know which one are the old one, which one are the new one. Maybe President Bill using the old money for calculate to the dollar. So instead of confused. So imagine the money he calls so. I'm not going to call on a mouth. But if not be mistake, maybe I can say the presidency need for be organized. If not mistake, immediately the press secretary they pull a press release for state a transaction.
Exactly.
That's how organized. That's how organized presidency should be.
That's what I was waiting for.
But yes, because you don't have an organized person in the office of the presidency. And that is where Sierra Leoneans should not make the next mistake.
Please, just all of 1 minute.
We don't open up the political space. We know the key person again. We say violence will go away.
I know you get a press statement from his government, maybe a slip of tongue or whatever. We know the kill person again.
No, Shabba, the killing na Tombo was not a mistake. The killing na McKinney was no mistake. The killing na Gambia was no mistake. The killing na Magborka not to be mistake. The massacre na Pademba Road. Shabba, I'll tell you something very interesting.
Yeah.
The number of people already they beg from Wiconut Hospital when they give the name destitute from 2018 to now don't increase. Imagine just there was a time where they begged 80 people and said that destitute just within Western area and they said that they didn't die. If 80 people die in a Western area when are destitute, we foresee them in streets where they pick the body. This is a wall of social media, Shabba. If these people are destitute where die in a street, if bad the battle, they handle it in a batch and street go grab my money, they meet somebody die. You will not see the picture then they work on social media.
Yeah.
But we don't ever see them, but we see Connaught Mortuary go beg 80 people when they say that destitute. It's not true too. This was just last year season. And the number of destitute when they say that they die, it don't become a thing of an alarm. But I'll tell you, in all of the extrajudicial killings that don't take place, even the death of Samson, in other countries where seriousness is attached to presidency, you will see a statement from the office of the president. Because extrajudicial killings are things where human rights ratings they take so seriously, more so when they are state sponsored. when you see President Bill talk, the other day, I was shocked. I believe saying that the day that the way the alliance between NGC, Kande Umkela, and President Bill for them. Because how can you, a respectable Sierra Leonean in the international arena, would join a president, we open for Kamna the wall and say, I know they kill again. How can I, a young man, support you or join an alliance with a killer? How can I join an alliance with somebody who don't butcher? He butcher we economy. He left on to shatters. How can I join a coalition with a president where he kill with democracy and human rights? But this is what you get when people use their personal interests above national interests. Sierra Leoneans need to vote for a president that is well organized. People who go there around the presidency with wealth of experience. Now this government, I see they appoint some man a position of trust. He has never had a working experience for his entire life. So man, this job will get on any enforced experience. So interesting. How do you expect to result?
AKK, I'm gonna say it again on camera. I'm gonna say it again on camera. Some of these statements where the president make it very inciting, very inciting, we will lead to another thing very soon. Some of the statements that we careless statements we president make, where the office of the president only come back for democracy. Okay, well, this is a press release, a slip of tongue, a mistake or whatever. We don't hear anything like that. Very inciting statement, reckless statement, and very reckless statements are very inciting.
The thing where we go,
watch them.
the thing where some of people
statement a precedence. They make these are one of the reasons why we vote out Trump. These are one of the reasons because Trump the thing away they pull them out where he talk. People have taken into consideration. Say, hey, then thing away you talk from the one way you get office, the thing away you talk. People that they can take into consideration so that the same thing they happen with President Bio, the reckless statements them where it make very inciting, and we watch closely, and people that they take notes. But I am going to blame the government because if a president make a maybe let me say a mistake, we have to pull a press release. I don't left like that. Say make it that it's on camera. It's on camera. We get the video there. We go play past 100 times. It's on camera. We say guys said also the same video. I get from after August 10. I get journalists and now they follow the platform. Where if anything happen, they send me email and they send a video to them. That's for sure. I'm a job. I'm an activist. We saw for sending a video that at least for sending them with a request for I send them there. Because then a reckless statement for presidents for make. They make live on video, on camera. Anyway, AKK, thank you very much. We round up now. No say yes, the blackout, and you're not busy man. By God in power, you will come back before the election. Make you can't say how we prepare for the election. But I wish I for me come for car for like I register a vote, but they say go cut me because that's when they firstly they tell them. Say firstly they tell us say if anybody talk against the governments. Then go cut the post. And we are the boss. And we are the supposed to first lady. Somebody went out to Sierra Leonean. Not to Sierra Leonean.
I'm a Gambian. And of course, you've said my name, Fatima Jabi. And I'm an actress. I'm a mother. And yes, I am. And I've done a lot of things that...
She's not part of Sierra Leone. Sabiam, from long time. She's not part of Sierra Leone. I agree white and blue and I need to be back soon. It's we know ourselves. Because we be proud of Sierra Leone, and Sierra Leone born, me go and if people in can go Gambia go up if I say yes, I'm from Sierra Leone. Because when we go Gambia, anybody sabi me, anybody asks me where you from, I'm from Sierra Leone. I'm proud of my country, never mind anything we just come up a war. But she's not part of Usai Komot. Anyways, so I saw you for say that, and I don't say yes, you beef me, and that's okay. I don't get problem with you. But I will say the truth because of you don't disappoint some of we sabi you from way back, not to pass Sierra Leone, where you can become first lady so much. So before us sabi, we don't go to school, don't talk, we don't hang out so many times. You disappoint me. You are not a Sierra Leonean. I'm sorry to say that. Long hand up, Honorable AKK. Thank you very much again for making when you honor me invitation. I'm so sorry, man, because sometimes I can go out of my own script so I can write for the interview because for certain videos why they play it trigger me for make a talk. You understand? It trigger me for make a talk because a president they tell people as no kill again, rope in the political space like it's very triggering for make you say something. Anyway, thank you very much, my brother, and I really appreciate you on my invitation, and I believe you will come back before the election. What's your final message to family we the watch you guys now?
We are left with no option in Sierra Leone. Overtake the right direction. And when Dr. Samuel Kamara said this word in a couple of weeks, just 1 week before the day before you travel, we're doing nomination. Some of us listened to him attentively. Well, yes, we had Tulumbu, which means a continuation of where President Kumar stopped. We're going to straight line. But with this obstruction, where we get this 5 years a country, we need for reposition ourselves again in the right direction. You're not able to do 100 meters, you're not in the right direction. You cannot progress a nation like Sierra Leone if you don't get the economy fixed well. A good country, if the human rights record are peaceful like I did so. You're not going to get a good economy if you don't fix the fuel crisis. As I talk to you, Shabba, I imagine like I can't home life, me begin and get exam tomorrow with this kind of blackout we didn't get. It's terrible for we. We go run a country where pipe-borne water not available at all for now the city. Waiting me people in Egertin go get. I have not seen any problem with President Biomi trade unsolved. You can't have free quality education. I have always challenged free quality education. That if it's as good as Sierra Leoneans, we are very selfish people. Shabba. Anything we good now once or we safe. If President Bio sure say the free education good, I don't challenge him from 2019 say let it take in Piki we born when a small Pekin and send on a cathedral. Let's send on a cathedral. Because cathedral is just buying states out.
We send a president picking up for government school.
How me go dig well and me compound where me neighbor they can't get drinking water there. I say me don't picking up for drink there. It's not fair. I want a policy in which as we continue the free education, government will pass a policy where all people they receive government salaries as a certain tune we get government appointment, go send them picking and go government schools. That's how you make the system become effective. Because you begin the interface with the teacher, and they know the teacher in level of education. If na you teacher, use them when a government person they know. Because we already so care about we begin the education. So how do you bring the free education? This thing is interesting. When you check the old free education for primary school, government they pay 10,000 leones. The old leon, 10 leon per term. Which means the whole year, now 30 leons for the free education. But we don't picking the way they attend private schools. We pay for them 3-4 million leons per term. Then you expect to get quality education, like what the president in Peking they get, what they pay for 7, 8, 9 million leons a term. For me, I have been on record on this. Say, free education is not just a scam, but a way for capture the ordinary people in Peking them, not forget quality education, and for create a way that the one who don't reach the pinnacle of political excellence for always lead the other one them. Because If I don't send if can go to a good private school, you don't get good education. You send if you can go to Ayatollah, then you ever go to. If most of them will cancel, they begin to sit once. Now GCO level of the seat. Now England. You understand? So how do you tell me about a quality education we don't get myself if you can go there? How? What not the rationale? For me, I think this election are one way Sierra Leoneans them for stop for ask for less and be asked for more. Are you happy with the state of the economy? Are you happy with the state of security? Are you happy with the human rights record? Are you happy with the insecurity? Are you happy with the killings? Are you happy with the beatings? Even Christmas, they beat her. So if you are not happy with all of these harassments where they happen at the country, you get but only one option. That is to vote in Samura Kamara as the next president of the republic. Somebody who know the economy, somebody who don't manage this economy, somebody who don't make Sierra Leone become an attractive nation when it comes to economic buoyancy. I tell people in the say, after I read Samura Kamara in profile, with me interface so I don't get with Samura Kamara, even if Samura Kamara be in another political party, it will be very difficult for let somebody stop me not for support Samura Kamara. Because for me, I don't like a leader of somebody for be wise. That's somebody for be persuasive when you meet them. That's somebody for will know in wit around them. That's somebody for will understand how to run an economy. But what we get so now is really sad for our nation. I know most of the people who vote in this government in 2018 not only regret, but every day when they follow the trends of this president, then will bow their head in shame. You know, Afasai Yusuf Nebubia is saying the area of the economy, they don't fail. So it tell you, these are somebody they milk from the national coffers as a result of this government. But Nebubia, it come out openly say, as far as the economy is concerned, then don't fail. From 700,000 leons, all leons for $1, to now 2,350,000. This is not just a shame. And you got a president and a campaign team who thinks the only way they're able to talk to Sierra Leonean for understand, now for dance band them. You know, be in the area them where you come out Ambu Street, you go play with Sit-Up Street, you win. You go dance na Sit-Up Street, meaning you don't win. But we see with president the dance now. We the ordinary people that we send and we can job, we made the pay and we make it they have good motorcar today. They suffer, they end the dance and they celebrate. We don't know what actually they celebrate. And our lifestyles, our situation as Sierra Leoneans is worse off now than it was in the last 5 years. So we are left with no option. I just want to tell Sierra Leoneans to say, we don't want a new direction anymore. What we want is the right direction, in which the president and the government, the members of parliament, will do the right thing. We will better off the lives of the ordinary people. I will say this, that at Samura Kamara presidency is one way we get confidence in say it will deliver the goods for the ordinary Sierra Leoneans. Shabba, I want to tell you thank you. I look forward for getting more of the interviews here with you and other people on other platforms.
Because one particular question when somebody raised, but I will bring on the next interview about how you prepare for defeats KKY and Cambia. But look, Olande first.
Shabba, that's a done deal. Shabba, if you, I mean, I want politician not like for talk about myself, but if you look at me trend na Cambia, the things where I don't inject into the politics of Cambia, you will know why KKY won't say another contest again. I will tell you that with all certainty. Why is KKY they find it very difficult for even go greeting people? I have built like 4 hospitals in my constituency. I am the standard for mentioning politicians in Cambia. Anybody that they give symbol now, the people of Cambia they say we wish you will be like an AKK. So KKY na kerosene rubber, not anything for write home about. Why think the member for cost carpet? I will do on record for be one of the politicians that we don't do a whole mini stadium where they build now, where I don't fence, I do the sitting accommodations just out of the little way they pay me. White thing remember for cross carpet for get a survival. I am doing 4 major halls for my people in my constituency. I will name the things until I go forget. I don't give over 85 community solar lights. Where the beginning of the day na street now, the day na the communities them, and they reach under the lights. Then they, I don't soon. I will begin launch of some of the projects. Then they, I am on record na Cambia for be one of the MPs where they pay for students they want not ever sabi with a project where I get with Milty Magai. As I talk so this year, I don't enroll over 25 students them. We can not even ever pay for one person apart from the underwriting family. This year, I do an education, help for education scheme where I decide for train up to 10 CHOs them where we will man different health centers in Akambia district. So the situation with Kande Umkela is done and dusted. By the time I begin, they come out for tell people what I have done in the last 5 years, with no support from NGO, with no support from any other person except me and my family and close friends. We decide, oh, honorable, I see they do this, they do this. I am building a 7-classroom building where no politician have ever been in Akambia district, and it will be an ultra-modern school where will address the needs of the other ordinary people. Shabba, I am not just a communicator when it comes to politics, but I am a do person. And me not to talk and do. Me I dey do now people they go and talk am. Okay. And that is why most times you see are quiet. But if you go to me official Facebook page, you see some of the things that they do. You know, I can always laugh. Where are they amongst the community? They ask, how you they get the money? I have lived as an ordinary Sierra Leonean for ensure say I will deliver to my constituency. If you ask me, beginning and go tell you say it cares everything about in people in our village and how did they even get waiting them forget for ensure say their livelihood okay. It is part of my family. It is part of my not to think about. Anytime you give me woman today, it will tell you say, okay, part of what we are getting, how do we give back to society? So that's the life I have lived in the last 5 years. And my record will show at the polls and it will show in the votes where APC will pull in Akambia district. So the issue of Kande Umkela, for me, it is done and dusted. It doesn't have a career anymore in Kambia district.
Thank you very much, Honorable AKK. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you, and we will bring you back before the election. At this
you see what they say? The place so hot. Thank you very much, Shabba. You know,
all on tight. The lights will come back.
The light just come where in the ending. So I chose somebody they watch the interview, and if you say the lights go, I know we will continue the interview. But unfortunately, I get the solar. You see the solar.
They don't call. They say that stubborn honorable AKK. You talk to Shabba, so that what's the lights?
No, but we don't get solar. You know, this is a part of the solar the way they give out to communities. So I will just keep one host, and I will not say go count and go give me blackouts. I will do an interview. So it's nice being with you. It's nice being with Sierra Leoneans. I look forward to engaging this. What you see I do that can be so natural we will do across the country. Wow. We have to communicate to people, not necessarily in meetings, but in community society day. And I will call on my colleagues them for go to the market areas, the lorry parks. That's where the people are, and that's where you get them to listen to you, and that's where they get the messages. They don't come out regularly to attend meetings because it take part in time. But I carry the kind of meet you, they explain the situation of the country. Now 1 minute, 2 minutes, it take the message to young people and they host them. I am sure with the chairman who will get as campaign chairman, when an honorable combo, you know, it give you so much speed, so much zeal. He is willing to work with the young people for ensure we deliver. So with combo, you will see more of them here. You go swing at the parks, you go swing at the ghettos, you go swing at the attire base. We go engage Sierra Leoneans. We will get one-on-one fruitful dialogue. We will make Sierra Leoneans understand what kind of president we Samuel Kamawa for be. And I am sure by the time we take some of them steps, then they going down to the areas where difficult for people to reach. I am sure even though Samuel Kamawa will not be physically present, because just 1 month we get for campaign Shabba. This is how difficult this campaign is. just 1 month. But you know, one thing I can always laugh, and the President Bill talk, it make the Sierra Leone and they become more angry.
Angry.
You know, like the people in Amafoki, where the power chief and the section chief then give away $40 billion now. You know, we will be asked them for the $40 billion how they spend them. And you know, you when the temple say, I know they kill again, it means you're accepting responsibility and I mean kill on our people. Them. The young man them be killed on my 91. That early morning rate. You know, sometimes the way they talk about the killing them, so they forget some of the other killing them. All of these the president they tell we now say, now be the order then killing them. And that was why he was quiet, and that's why he was willing not for try anybody. I not see in the last 5 years anybody don't try out of any of them killings and they buff case too much. And the only power what the ordinary Sierra get now June 24. You vote, you protect your vote, you stay around the centers and ensure your vote is being counted. And we as a political party will ensure say that you wish will come to a pass. Thank you very much, Shabba.
Thank you very much, Honorable AKK. Well, family, that's Honorable AKK of the All People's Congress